what do you think is going to be the cool B-roll for the intro song this week?
What do I think it's going to be?
Yeah, what do you think it's going to be? What are you
Is it
going to
going?
try and do to be cool?
Oh, we're not going to use one of my existing.
One of your
Clips.
existing clips. If oh.
How about that? That was pretty cool.
All right, yeah, I can try and do something with that and really slow it down for the 25-second intro song. All right, hello everybody, and welcome back to
We're doing it.
another episode of the Good Game Bad Game podcast, where Mike and I play skate instead of talking about relevant news. I'm your host Spencer,
Wow.
and with me is a skate insider. It's my co-host Mike. Mike, let's see that new board.
Can I drop it upside down? Can boards even land upside down in this game?
I think they can.
Right,
If you start
let's see if I can-
tapping, if you do your little like deck tap, I can probably get the camera underneath it enough. Although I look like I'm getting an upskirt shot of me right now. Oh, I gotta get. Let me get behind you.
It's kind of low.
Now I'm just getting an upskirt shot of you. That's a
Damn.
nifty board. Nifty board you got there.
Let me try something else. Okay, I got it.
Nice. Wow.
There's also stickers on it.
Very cool. Well, the time has come for Mike and I to pre-record an episode, and so we figured,
There's nothing the public likes more than us just shooting the shit.
yeah, we can just mess around and skate. Actually do some challenges this time, something that we didn't do last video. Because we were really just messing around, doing a lot of that. Doing a lot of what you just did right there. Yeah.
Let's see me do that one video ago.
we never did a roll race to see if rolling is in fact faster than, even though we know it's not.
Sprinting.
And yeah, well, riding your board at max speed.
Well, I think you're I think you're winning by a landslide.
Interesting.
Unless I start jumping. Oh, if you jump.
Oh.
All right. Well, nobody had put that parameter on the goal.
Yeah, don't let
All right, go again.
All right.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
There it is.
Uh-oh.
Myth busted.
You know, in my head, I thought there's no way it's actually going to be quicker, so I should have been the one to do the rolling to show how ridiculously slow it was, but I'm really happy that that you were faster and I got to see how ridiculous you looked passing me while doing that.
The developers of this game have a golden opportunity to partner with Sonic.
Oh.
Have a Sonic costume.
It's a great idea.
That would be such a good way to troll people.
Yeah, people would absolutely hate that.
Oh, they would be floored.
People would be, they'd be upset. I mean, I think we've talked about it a good bit as we've played this more and more. And we've played this a good bit, honestly. This is probably the most we've played a game together in a decade.
Probably since before the podcast.
I mean, seriously.
Maybe we can stop doing the podcast now since we have a game to play again.
Okay, we can do that.
Everyone's like, yes, finally.
All right,
Yeah, I
well.
mean, I think GTA Casino came out,
Yeah.
and we were just spending tons of time doing that.
Spending tons
And
of
then we said,
time
"Why don't
calling the dealer
let's do
a
something
cuck.
useful?" Oh my god, can I point in this game? I mean, I've got this emoji. This kind of works. Where are you?
I'm over here. I don't like you pointing at me like that. What are you implying?
That everyone here is a cuck. You're a cuck. You're a cuck. This
uh,
person's definitely a cuck.
to anybody listening and not watching, one, you should head over to the YouTube channel
These episodes aren't going to be for you.
and absolutely watch this because you'll get a lot more out of it. But Mike was wearing this plaid shirt that you see him wearing. This was a part of his character for a while. And then I opened a box and got this plaid skirt. And I was like, oh my God, I can match Mike. And then Mike went, oh my God, I can get a skirt that matches my top. And that's why we look the way we look.
Yep. That's why we're here today.
Fucking ridiculous.
Hey, we have fun.
We do. We have a lot of fun. I gotta see what my goals are for the day. Gotta do my homework. Nose, tailbone, and complete challenge goals. So yeah, I figured we can do some challenges, kind of show off those a little bit, and then I even prepared a little bit beforehand and have
Did you know?
a couple of questions, for us to ponder about the game that we can run through. To hopefully keep us talking enough for anybody who took what I said about going and watching the video on YouTube and said, "Nah, I'll just keep listening," and then they get stuck listening to us just laugh for 15 minutes straight and giggle instead of talk about anything meaningful. So I have a few questions that we can run through as well then.
Okay.
But I mean, I think just in general, like it's almost been a month. I think by the time this video comes out, this game will have been out for a month.
Have we been playing this game for a month? Is that what that means?
Well, technically because of how time works, we have only been playing this for about 3 weeks.
Mm.
But I mean, overall, like I said, we've put a decent bit of time into it already. Like, where are you at with it? Still really enjoying it? Just what are your updated thoughts on the game?
Yeah, it's still a good like mess around game. Like if I just want to do something, like if I'm watching a show, I
Mm-hmm.
still want to do something with my hands. It's great. Like and that's really what I'm doing in that time is just kind of like some of the insane gaps and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Not really doing a whole lot of challenges. So that's fun. When you and I played last week, kind of shared this sentiment that like it does feel like we're like running out of things to do, and doing these challenges over and over again is a little arduous.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still enjoying it. I still think it's a good game. It's definitely getting better. I haven't had a queue in a long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think the coming, weeks, now that again we're approaching a month of this game being out, will be very telling with what they, do with the game. Because yeah, I think it's fair for not a lot to have changed very fast. Um, personally, I'd kind of prefer that they don't try and do too much. That they focus on fixing the servers and like reducing as many like game breaking where you have to like literally close out of the game, start it back up, and then get stuck in a queue and things like that. Like
Hmm.
breaking down as many of those and ensuring that those happen fewer and fewer times, way more important to me, to get that right, and then start focusing on like, okay, how do we change the actual like gameplay cycle itself, and you know try and make sure people are coming back.
Yeah. And they have this whole other section that's not built out yet. So I think when that comes out, there will be more missions. Like, I think what did you tell me there was going to be a season aspect to it?
Yeah, I think I saw on the subreddit that season 1 is going to be coming soon, but I don't know if I ever actually saw like a date for it or not.
Okay.
But yeah, I think like adding seasons makes sense for a free to play game to kind of hopefully just give us something new to work towards. I don't know if we talked about it a ton the first time we played, but really all there is to work towards in the game is, there's, I'll pull up the map here in a second. There's 4 sections of the map. 3 of them actually have these daily challenges that constantly rotate each day, and you can level up each area by doing the challenges and by buying the loot boxes, I guess is what I would call them.
Completely with in-game credit.
Completely with in-game credit, yeah, and I can show that off
That's
real
cool.
quick too. The way these boxes work, I like it. I like how these boxes work because I'm showing off my market mile boxes where uh, each time you buy one of these boxes, you work towards leveling up an area, and there's 10 items, 11 items, 12 items in these boxes. You'll get one of those items at random, but once you've gotten it, you won't get like duplicates or anything like that. So if there's these skeleton vans that I've got, I'm guaranteed to get them if I buy this box 10 times. I might get them on my first go, and then I don't need to spend my credits here. I can spend them on other things that I want, or whatever. So that's how you level up each area. And I will say I have Hedgemont all the way leveled up. I think you're getting close, right?
Yeah, I'm close.
And then I have Goldcrest all the way
Probably not
leveled up.
today, but
And then Market Mile, I'm on level 9. So, like, a lot of people, I'm sure, are like, I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who probably are already fully leveled up in all 3 areas. So
oh,
yeah, there's
certainly.
definitely a need for them to expand the map and just continue to like give stuff for you to work towards. And yeah,
And I think they'll get there. I mean, they've worked on this game for so long. And I have noticed, I don't know if this is new, but I have noticed some of the challenges, like the line challenges, or even the slam challenge that we just did, like it's the same like location, but the goals are slightly different.
I've noticed that on a few as well. Yeah,
So that's kind of nice. I mean, even a change like that is noticeable.
definitely.
Like if I can do a challenge with my eyes closed, obviously I'm not going to be too happy about it, but if they just make it like like a slightly different number of grabs, or you're doing a grab instead of a flip trick or something like that, like that's a nice enough change to kind of keep things interesting. Oh, forgot you got to just fall down to that bottom one.
Oh dang, yeah. Going at like a snail's pace.
I hit the ledge, and it got rid of my score. Okay.
Come on. Nice, good job.
And again, all these complaints have this big overlying asterisk that it's a free game. I've spent $0 on it,
Mm-hmm.
and I've probably spent pretty close to 30 hours in it already.
Yeah,
You can check that in PlayStation, right? If you go to,
yeah. You can either go to your dashboard or it should show you in the app too if you have that.
would it be under trophies?
It should just be on your like home menu. Like if you're
Listen, I will bitch more about PlayStation's interface than I will about Skate any day. I just want to
if
make that very clear.
if you go to like the game cards, you know, that like home screen where you like launch your games from,
Uh-huh.
and if you're on Skate, you'll see
Oh,
it
I
says like
see.
continue where you left off, and then shows your percentage and then time
Yeah.
in that bottom right corner.
30 hours.
Yeah, I've got
That was spot
41
on.
hours.
So, again, kind of drives home the point. Certainly got our money's worth.
I think that's something that can happen a lot of times with a free to play game is that especially if you like really fall for it, right? And you really like you're just like so into it and like go so hard at it, like you almost do yourself a disservice because you're gonna run out of stuff to do. And
Yeah.
it's not really like the fault of the creators because they're, you know, they're making it for a mass of people. They aren't just making it for the people who are going to literally like no life it 24/7. So it's this like really difficult balance that you sometimes need to strike with a free to play game that like it sucks that like that's how it kind of has to be, but like it also is what it is. Um it's I think it's really easy to like yeah, I'll just go ahead and slam my head into that. I think it's really easy to you know act like it's so simple to just add more, you know, like but obviously there's a whole balance that has to be struck with
Right.
the gameplay loop and everything like that. So
I don't know what it thinks I didn't do, but okay.
these can be hard, and especially if you forget to do a manual revert like I always do. 'Cause I'm an idiot.
Glad we both on the same page there.
Yeah, we both.
I like keep catching the edge and going into a grind, and that's like not giving me credit even though I'm doing everything. I don't get it. I'm doing it.
I'm gonna try and go down this ramp and see if I can have better luck.
This is usually one I can get pretty quick. I'm literally doing it. Is it because I'm doing a nose manual revert? Is that what it doesn't like?
Yeah,
Okay.
good job.
Fuck me, I guess. I was doing the wrong manual revert. I didn't think it really mattered.
There are some definitely very funny aspects to this game and how sometimes very touchy it can be. I don't know if it'll be one of the challenges we get to today, but there's one where you have to like hippie jump the benches in Market Mile, and
Yeah.
it just is a nightmare to get it to actually accept that you did in fact hippie jump the benches in Market Mile. So that's that one's good fun. Sometimes you can also just cheese the requirement of like there's another one you and I were doing yesterday that I was telling you about where it's like flip trick the banister or whatever at the end of the line, and as long as you just get right up next to it and just do a flip trick next to it, it counts as doing it over it.
I think one of the things about this game, like even though like what we typically do is we come in, we do all of our challenges, but then we probably spend a good
My
like
challenge
half an hour to an hour
cluelessly.
just
I'm thinking
messing
you'll crush
around
it.
and trying to like glitch the game and do all that kind of fun stuff.
Yeah.
And that like that unserious aspect of the game is also like so welcome. I mean, it kind of is like the GTA thing. Like it's just the insane things that you can do is so nice.
Yeah, it's always like I'll do my homework, I'll get that done, and then, you know, I'll like once I've checked off all those boxes and been able to max out my progress for the day, then it's like, well, I'm not ready to actually be done with the game. Now I want to do the actual fun stuff.
Right. Really?
We obviously mentioned it, you know, with the game being free to play. And so, really, any enjoyment that we've managed to get out of it is just like a huge win. Is there anything that you can think of that you would like specifically pay for this game, or do you think you're gonna stay no money spent?
Um, I mean, I'll kind of go to the extreme level here and say if you have to like pay for a season pass to get like new, I'll call them story missions, I'd pay for that. I
Yeah,
would have paid full price for this game, frankly. I mean, I'm going to get that level of enjoyment out of it. So if they did like a season pass where it was something meaningful, not just like skins and things like that, I won't pay for that because it really like it's cool to unlock the stuff with the in-game currency in this game, but I don't need to pay cash for like branded things, you know, like real
sure.
skateboard companies. Like I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
So I mean, I think this game totally deserves something. But again, like this is kind of the hard thing. The hard thing with this game is I feel like they should already have that. Because I also feel like I could very well get to a point where, you know, I kind of been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and now I'm ready to move on.
yeah.
4 out of 5 dentists agree. This challenge reduces cavities.
And I feel like one of the things that kind of is concerning about this game is the map. I mean, the map is pretty small. And I feel like I've seen it all.
Right, like even the spot where they haven't, I can't remember what the name of the area is, but even the spot that is like still like, you know, quote unquote under construction, like we see it, we can go to it, we know what's
Right.
over there.
It's not that big.
Yeah, so there's definitely space and opportunity for them to just kind of like make more map, you know, or make like a secondary map that you just like travel to. But back to what you were saying about like a whole season pass thing. I think especially if they do, I think Fortnite does this. I'm not a big Fortnite guy, obviously, but I think Fortnite
Could have
does it
fooled me.
where I actually started playing Fortnite. Kind of a moment of shame for me, but um, I think Fortnite does it where their season pass, like it costs V-Bucks or whatever, right? And then you can like technically earn enough
I
V-Bucks
don't know who came up
to
with this
buy the
one,
next
but get
season
ready
pass as
to
long
get
as you
your
like
line
complete
on.
it. So you can always basically fund your season pass through the season pass itself. Red Dead Redemption 2 online did it as well for a little bit. When I was playing that, like I actually uh, you could actually earn enough. You could earn enough of the premium currency in the game, which was just like the gold nuggets and whatnot. You could earn enough yourself, um, very slowly, but once you did, you could buy the season pass, and then the season pass would give you enough to buy the next one, and so on and so forth. If this does something like that, even if um, the season pass doesn't give anything all that meaningful, I still think I would do it for just like the aspect of having something to work towards. Like I'll buy it once and then try and just like keep it funded. You know what I mean? Like because I'll have something to just actively work towards and like a goal in mind. And I think that's just always
Yeah,
something that
that's
I really need in a free to play game. I just need something to work towards.
right. Yeah, and that's smart. Like if that can prevent me from paying for it,
Hmm.
I agree.
Now, granted, it might cost, like they gave us like 250 of the premium currency to start. I still have
Yeah,
mine,
and I accidentally spent it immediately.
and I don't know what the exchange rate is. Let me see here. Looks like 1,000 is worth about $10, or 500 is worth $5. So like, if they made the season pass $5, right? So you had to buy 500 of the premium currency, but then you could earn 500 in the season pass itself. I'd do that.
Oh yeah, certainly.
But yeah, I like the idea of like potentially you unlock like a few extra story missions or something like that. Um, you know, something that maybe helps you like progress
Life's challenges prepare
if they
us
like
for our
do
inner
make
journey.
new areas,
The game
something that would like
challenges
allow
don't
you
do
to
rip tips
progress
instead.
maybe
They're cooler.
a little bit quicker or like get more boxes. I'd love if they would just increase the cap of the level. Like right now, the level cap is 10 for each of these areas.
Yeah,
I would love if they just like decided to increase that and just add more boxes for you to like work
right.
towards. Like again, just that's just the kind of stuff that I personally need. It doesn't have to. It doesn't actually have to be anything all that meaningful. It just needs to be something that I feel like I have a goal in mind and I have something to work towards. That's the case again for like every free to play game.
And I think they could do that like as they get more partners with real brands as
Certainly,
well. Like there's only what Vans, Girl, Dickies,
Thrasher.
uh, Thrasher. Like there's only a handful of real brands, and I feel like as they kind of get those partnerships, they could say, okay, yeah, now you can level up Hedgemon to 15, and we've added, all these other like Nike and all
Mm-hmm.
these other skateboard brands.
100%.
Again, I like that. Like I'm not gonna pay to be able to wear Nike shoes,
Right.
But if they made it a progress-based thing, I'd be happy with that.
Draw a rad
I'm definitely
line
really
with
interested to find out what the financials are for this game. Nice Christ air.
Hell yeah. Heck yeah. Heavens yeah.
Heavens, yeah.
Heavens yeah. It's probably yeah.
I saw you do the 360 spin, so I did a front flip instead, and you've disappeared on the screen.
Hey, so did you.
Good stuff.
Like we were saying.
Been a minute.
Oh, I see you again.
Okay, thank God. Thank heavens.
I actually might. I think I'll be able to max out Hedgemont today. Wait, do you have to get to the end of level 10, or is it just 10 and then done?
I think it's just 10 and then done.
Okay, I'll be able to max that out then. I'm trying to think of any other like thoughts I've had. One thing they could do, the whole map is based on real life areas like that are big skateboard culture cities like New York City, LA, San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
It'd be cool if they would, they could just kind of phase in real life like skate landmarks too, like they used to in the old games.
Mm-hmm.
And they've got things that are inspired by it here,
lining up
but
for line challenge.
they could say like I don't know, almost kind of like what Fortnite does where they kind of just update the areas of the map entirely.
Sure. Yeah.
Like they could do that with more real life spots as they get developed and
Trying to cough and follow you the entire way.
nice. I feel like we've been getting a lot of easy challenges today. How's it going?
Just wiped out.
I saw that. No, dang it.
Yeah, I'm really interested to see. I think to your point about like adding in real skate areas and landmarks and stuff like that. That's something that I think is just going to have to come with like again any sort of expanding of the map, and
Yeah.
hopefully that's something that they do. I don't mind if like I have to open up the map and then like where big says sand van, you know, far right off the map, far north off the map, far left, down, whatever off the map, there'd be like a little fast travel thing. You tap that or you hit that and it pulls up the map of that corresponding area that has
Yeah,
four sections to it or something like that. And like if they do that, that is going to be plenty to like give people to do new skate spots to farm TikTok videos and shit like that.
First? Am I the
Yeah.
first to do this?
Am I the first to manual this crosswalk? I think I am. Oh no.
Just saw you hopping for your life.
It does happen to me a lot. Did you watch me wipe out too?
Kind of. Oh, you're about... Nope. I almost did too. Well, I did too, but I reset before I could do any real damage.
Go ahead and not do anything fancy here.
It's a car.
Now, my favorite thing when I need to get a total attempt score is just doing a bunch of flip tricks right at the end. I did enough. I didn't.
Oh my god. I was at the last bearing and just blew up.
Do that.
Weird. I just had a weird speed glitch.
Oh my gosh! I keep. Also,
I just landed on your body.
Yeah, I saw that right at the end, right before I reset. All right, well now I can just fly through this. Another thing that we haven't really said, but this game is a trillion times better co-op playing with somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Than it is when you play it solo. Like again, with any sort of game like this where there are in-game missions or challenges that reset every day. So like I brought up Red Dead Redemption 2. I was a fiend in that for the longest time. I will literally hop on and do those things and then shut the game off and not revisit it until everything resets. So like I'll do that, and I have been doing that with this, to make sure I'm still getting like my in-game currency so I can buy my stupid boxes and all that stuff. But just like when you like message and say like, I got time, let's play some skate. It's like, oh hell yeah, this is gonna be way better than the 10 front flips I did yesterday to collect my 250 and then I shut the game off.
Yeah, I get that. Like, I really struggle. I'll get on and like try to do some of these things by myself. And I get, I'll do a couple, but I don't think I've ever cleared out the whole map by myself because I just kind of get bored.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's the tough thing. Like if you have like a solid like person that you can play this game with, it's a great time. Um, it's a good time by yourself, but like if you can get a group or even just one other person, it's just so much more fun.
Yeah. I mean, even the couple of times when I have been playing alone. Oh my god! I just watched somebody. Somebody came spread eagle in and just nailed a palm tree in front of me. Even the couple of times I've been playing it like on the couch and Shelby's been there, like even that's just like slightly more enjoyable because like I'll wipe out and then we'll both laugh because it's just the ragdoll is just so ridiculous in this game. So like even that is like just that much better than like just playing alone.
Yeah. Well, I play it and Justine sees me wiped out and she says, "You suck at this game." I'm like, yeah, I do, and then I turn it off. So, similar experience. My favorite thing to do is when she's watching me play this game, I'll be like, this game's really wanting me to take up real life skateboarding again.
I can happily say I have not felt the same.
So I'm done with. I still have missions in Hedgemont, but I'm done leveling it up. Do you want to move on to one of the other
Yeah, we can do that.
other areas?
We can do whatever works best for you from a progress perspective. I just finished my daily tasks. You know what I would want them to add to this game now that I think about it? Also, if you started a mission, I don't think it sucked me in.
Oh.
Not sure
Well.
why, so I apologize.
Well, I probably hit solo.
Nope, it definitely was in the top right of my screen, so. Something that
Well,
sorry.
I definitely need you for this one because this is the one I just like can never get through for some reason. I think.
Is this the one where I get to coffin over the stairs?
I don't think so. Well, maybe.
Ah, a line check.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is. Okay, so is the other one I was thinking of.
Something that I would like for them to add are like career goal milestone things that will like give you like massive payouts.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Again, just something to just mindlessly slowly work at. So like do a trillion kickflips. It can be as absurd as it wants to be. It doesn't really matter. Again, just love stuff like that. MLB The Show this year did something like that. You only get cosmetics out of it, but like for your uniforms and stuff like that. But it's like it like if you collect all of the career milestone items and go to a specific collection and like actually like submit them, you get a jersey that says touch grass. It's incredible. Like I love it. Like it's just a dumb thing that you're like consistently working on every time you boot the game up and play. So I think something like that would be really cool. Whether it gives you like a big little like cash injection of like in-game currency, or if it literally just gives you a board that says 1 million, for achieving a million score or whatever. Even though that would be quick and easy to get to. Those are the types of things that, again, I think you can add to these types of games
On this one.
to, help continue to give people something to feel like they can work towards.
Nice.
Well, I didn't gap. And you did. Nice.
I didn't the first time. Don't worry. The latest gripe that I saw on Reddit was people bitching that like, oh, the last mission of a skateboarding game was to climb a building.
The last mission
Yeah,
so
well.
far.
Exactly. People are acting like the game, like they've completely beat the game. It's like, it's not. People are really treating this like they paid $80 for a full-fledged game.
Yeah. I mean, we
like,
talked about it when I was bringing up about how like the servers were down and people were like complaining, and I was just like, I thought everybody hated this game.
This
Like, why do you
challenge
want the
Right.
servers
should be
back
a
up?
perfect pairing for a skater with your skills.
People are funny.
Yeah. Unfortunately, though, like, I think that could eventually be this game's demise. Is just there's a lot of hate for it.
Yeah.
I'm seeing a lot more hate for it than appreciation.
People. I mean, I think that is more of a negativity sells type thing.
Probably, but like, and this is probably even more so making your point, but EA giving this game a 4 out of 10, like, it's early access. How can you do a review for an early access game?
You mean IGN?
What did I say?
You said EA. It was like,
Oh, sorry, yeah,
did they
IGN.
give their own?
No,
Did they give
IGN.
their own game 4 hours? That's wild. Why would they do that?
Negativity sells, like you said.
Yeah, truly. I mean, IGN doesn't really check that box of negativity sells because IGN is like the king and queen of giving 7 out of 10s to just about anything and everything. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think like you said, I think a lot of people just like to have something to hate. And
If you're
don't get me
looking for
wrong,
something on the
I
cheap side,
definitely
should
think
work.
there are plenty of reasons to hate EA and to be skeptical of a game like this. You just think about like what they do with the now EAFC, used to be FIFA, and just their like
Right.
gross, mechanics of loot boxes and stuff like that. Like they've always been rather shitty, But I mean, 2K is too, right? And like all the NBA 2K games. And the parent company there is Take-Two Interactive, and that they're, pushing for those types of decisions to be made. But we still get games like GTA, which, don't get me wrong, then GTA Online became kind of like the the gross sort of online scummy practices type game that it became. But no, not everybody just hates GTA outright because of those things. Whereas I think people are quick to hate just about anything from EA because of their track record. And again, I think that's fair, but like, yeah, it literally comes back to what you were saying, where it's like, you didn't even pay for this game. So the stakes have never been lower. If you hate it, just turn it off. Just stop playing it. I mean, if you know, if it's not giving you everything that you wanted to give you, then that's okay. It like you didn't pay anything for it. And if you did pay something for it and then it didn't give you everything you wanted, then that kind of feels like it's a bit on you. You know, I can certainly understand somebody who is like a big fan of all the other skate games having their gripes about this game, because it does seem, obviously you can speak to this better, it does seem like a fairly large deviation from those. So I can definitely understand there being gripes from that group. That said, I do not think the skate games were nearly as popular as it would suggest with all the people who do complain about this game. So, but maybe that's my own misdiagnosis of the situation.
I don't think so. Like, I don't think that's a bad evaluation.
With just how much people are saying, like, Saints Row is very similar in this regard to me. You know, Saints Row went extremely goofy with its gameplay. You know, it tried to be this like gritty GTA clone, and then Saints Row 3, they said, no, screw that. We're gonna lean into, you know, this more cartoonish aesthetic that's very similar to the skate game we're playing right now, right? And everything's just gonna be super over the top. Like we're gonna lean into the ridiculousness of this universe and everything. And these people are gonna become larger than life celebrities. And then you get Saints Row 4, and you have superpowers, and they were like, how can we take it a step further? And then they kind of did like a soft reset where they went, I would say, more so back to Saints Row 3 with that new Saints Row game, which was supposed to just kind of also be an overall reset. And, you know, you would think with how much people just absolutely hated that game, you would think that Saints Row 1 and 2 would have been, you know, in the top 50 of all-time bestsellers. Like, this is the greatest franchise ever, and you've ruined it. And it's just like, there's no way this many people feel that way. And don't get me wrong, I love Saints Row, but I love Saints Row and then played the new one and went, okay, this is not great, but I can still have fun with this game. And I did. And I still had a blast with it, and it was still enough for me. Maybe I have low standards, but I don't know. I think, yeah, people hate change. People like to complain, so on and so forth.
Yep.
I guess one last thing that I wanted to talk to you about, specifically in regards to skate. Now we'll have talked about this, so we're gonna have to kind of, this is gonna be a weird way of us carrying out this conversation, because we're technically gonna have this conversation for last week's episode, but we're recording this before last week's episode. But with the acquisition of EA, do you have any concerns with how this game's going to get handled? Or do you think, like, the course is going to be stayed and they're going to do what they had, like, originally planned to set out to do?
No, I've definitely got concerns. Especially given the group, and not just one group in particular, but I think all groups that are involved that are acquiring EA. I think they're going to see this game and be like, how does it make money? No one knows. Okay, let's scrap it. And I don't think they're going to give it the... How am I supposed to do 2 grabs in that?
I sworn I did all this.
I don't think they're going to give it the grace of like some time and even like a restructuring. You know, giving it more paid cosmetics or a season pass. I don't know. So it's a long story long to answer your question. Yeah, I am a little bit concerned about this game in particular. I feel like EA is really going to focus on Battlefield, FIFA, and Madden. And they're just going to kind of become that company. I think they're going to stray away from story-based games, and kind of like you alluded to, they're gonna become the loot box company.
Even more so, lean further into it, basically.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean,
Like, I think
'cause-
they'll, even games like Madden.
Yeah.
I know there already is an aspect to that, but I feel like compared to a lot of EA games, it's not as dramatic. I could see that, becoming almost unplayable too.
And I feel like Ultimate Team, like FIFA or EAFC Ultimate Team, like, yeah, I don't have the financials in front of me right now, but I definitely remember some like absurd, like, percentage of
Looking for a
of
sec with a bit
revenue.
of a bite?
Like that
Dig
game
in.
brings in like 90% of their revenue or something ridiculous each
Yeah.
year, and it's just like that's disgusting. um, and so like it's really hard to not see this and go, people are going to get dollar signs in their eyes like Scrooge McDuck, and they're going to imagine themselves diving into their bathtub filled with gold coins, and that's going to be it.
There's a PGA game, right?
Yes, there is.
Does EA make that?
Yeah, I believe they do.
I will be very interested to see if that goes away and becomes whatever the other league is.
Oh, the Live Tour or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was like my first thought when I saw this acquisition go through.
I mean, again, we'll have talked about this last week, but just as a refresher, or if in case this is the first you're watching GGBG episode and the first you've heard of this, EA was acquired by a couple of different groups, like you said, but a big one was the Saudi Arabian government, and a lot of it was to buy out a good portion of their debt. And the Live Tour is the Saudi.
Owned by the same group.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Saudis have the Public Investment Fund, which is kind of like you said, basically the Saudi government investing in something. So I think things like that will be interesting.
I will say, now, didn't this just happen with Pokemon Go and the company Scopely? Isn't Scopely
Yeah.
owned by the same group? I could be
think that's in full.
wrong, but say that again.
I think they own them in full too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they bought out Niantic, and now granted, I did stop playing Pokemon Go, so I actually don't know if there have been like wide sweeping changes, but I haven't seen a lot of public outcry just yet. So that's the one thing that has me a little more optimistic about this game in the short term. But I definitely do worry about it for the long term. And I was already worried about it in the long term to begin with, just with the type of game it is. But so far, I've been a bit more optimistic, just having now played the game, and I just hope they can kind of stay the course. Oh, I keep really wiping out here.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like they're doing they said right now the plan is to not gut the leadership team. So, like, the CEO is going to remain the same. So it could very well be that, like you said, I mean, it was a leveraged buyout, so they're just basically absolving some of the debt for ownership in the company. It could be that everything just remains the same. My argument against that is, if it remains the same, are they just going to rebuild that debt?
Right.
And then, of course, it's going to be the investors' problem to deal with, and that's when you get into the area of they're just going to scrap EA.
Yeah.
So, and I'm trying to phrase this in the right tense, but I mean, I'm sure we're going to talk more about this next Well, last week, but for this week's episode, weird pre-record issues.
Yeah. Yeah. Real lesson on how time works for us this week, huh?
Yeah. Yep. I will be really interested to see. You know, it's become such a trend, and I'm going back to this game specifically.
Session challenges
It's become
give you
such a
time
trend
to
for
enjoy
like
yourself.
these live service or free to play games to just like if they don't kick off like you expect them to, you just get out of it and be done.
Yep.
I mean, it really is such like a day trade mentality. Like if you don't make $1 million off of it right away, you just kind of lick your wounds and get out of it.
Yeah, Concord being the obvious example for us to like point
Right.
to, but even before that, honestly, it's shocking. I don't think we even talked about it. Speaking of EA, Anthem only just shut down finally, within the past like month or so, which is crazy to think about because that game was just a mess and did not live up to expectations whatsoever. But that was one that they actually just kept up. I don't think they really did much with it, but they actually didn't fully scrap it. But Concord's a very clear example of that in the current landscape of just like go to market. Oh shit, this didn't work. You know, let's just blow it up and hopefully nobody remembers, you know, that this ever happened. But of course,
Yeah,
the
and that
internet's
is
forever. So we're still talking about
the
Concord.
internet's forever, but memories and attention spans certainly aren't.
Very true. Very true. Trying to think if I don't think I have anything else.
This is a pig.
No, I
Don't
feel like we're
sweat.
gonna get to a point of
Get it? Pigs don't sweat.
repeating the same things.
Yeah. Well then, we'll finish off this challenge and we'll wrap up this episode. So hopefully you enjoyed another foray into Mike and I playing an actual game for our gaming podcast. As always, you could leave us a rating or review wherever you listen to the podcast. That'd be great. If you happen to just be clicking on this video and this is the first time you've ever seen anything for Good Game, Bad Game, it's a weekly podcast. You can find it just about everywhere. And now occasionally we even manage to do gameplay. And yeah, like last time, if there's another game that you'd like to see Mike and I try and mess around in, let us know. We'll try and maybe make that work. And if you could share the podcast with a friend, that would be greatly appreciated. Other than that, until next week, that'll do it. So, Mike, if you want to just, I don't know, finish this freaking challenge.
Yeah, this one is one of my kryptonites for no reason whatsoever. Like, oh, what am I supposed to do about that?
Sorry, you might have
This is-
hit me.
Like, what am I supposed to do about that? I'm literally doing nothing wrong, trying to do a board slide because it's like the safest grind I can do.
I'll try and get to the end so I can cam you. So that way you have your confidence.
Well, if I could stop falling after doing an ollie. I'm literally just trying to get to the end of this. I'm not doing it this time.
Yay! that was a perfect slide into my camera.
Nice.
All right. I'll do it. Talk to you next week.